As much as I love the beautiful illustration, Dani, in the parameters of this, it hurt you. Welcome back to the Ultimate Art Competition. I'm your host, SLEW. We have 3 brand new, unique, and extremely exciting fine art challenges for these artists to face head on. It's a true test using different mediums, stretching their creativity, all under the spotlight. Remember, you have to vote on my community page. It will be linked. Who deserves to be the ultimate artist of this episode? Let's meet the new contestants.
I'm Lara. I'm an artist in New York City. I also do art therapy. I am hoping that the challenges cater to my strengths. However, I do have weaknesses, and I'm hoping that everything caters to me.
Hi, I'm Dani. I'm an illustrator. I'm also an art educator based in Jersey City. I feel like I'm ready for really whatever, but also I am terrified. I don't know what I signed up for. I think I'll be okay. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are planning to do to me.
Hi guys, my name's Caitlin. I am a sketch artist in New York City, and I primarily draw food and people on the street. I have seen the videos before, and I am very scared because I think everything makes me scared.
My name is Abby. I'm a teaching artist in New York City. I kind of purposefully did not look too much into what was coming. So the more that I can let my survival instincts be triggered, I feel like I have a really strong defensive response. I do always win. But also, I'm really happy to be surprised, and I'm excited to see the work of the other artists.
Our first challenge, the constraint, is the dry erase dino. These artists have 40 minutes to illustrate a dinosaur on a dry erase whiteboard. They will all have the same assortment of markers, but each artist will be drawing a different species of prehistoric powerhouses. Up for grabs is a velociraptor, a triceratops, a stegosaurus, and an ankylosaurus. And to decide who gets to draw which dinosaur, we are starting with a memory sketch minigame. Our contestants have exactly 10 seconds to stare at a Pokemon before it disappears. They will then have 5 minutes to recreate it entirely from memory with crayons. I will rank these sketches 1st through 4th to determine who gets to draw which dinosaur. Artists are gonna look on the screen at a Pokemon for 10 seconds. The image will leave, and they have 5 minutes to replicate that image. 10 seconds, memorize. And go ahead, guys. 5 minutes.
The minigame was really fun because I grew up watching Pokemon, so I kind of knew who Jinx was, but I also thought Dani's was so good, and I was like,
I thought it was fucked. Soon as you said memory challenge, but soon as Pokemon was mentioned, I'm like, yes, I'm saved. I am a Pokemon nerd. I did mess up a little bit on the proportions, but otherwise I feel like I did a pretty good job, so.
If we were drawing something from life, I think that would have gone differently.
I have a god-awful memory, and I feel that I kind of just went for my own aesthetic. Also, don't hate me, I'm not really a Pokemon person. I know Squirtle exists, and I know about the dragon. Charizard.
All right, crayons down, crayons down. Good work. I have to do the dirty work of picking 1st through 4th. All did a pretty good effort here. I mean, I thought this was a more complex image. Okay, so I think we're gonna go Caitlin number 1, very solid, Jinx, full character, all the attributes. I think we're gonna have to go Dani number 2. Strong work, especially that face is so spot on. And the hair, beautiful. We're gonna go Lara number 3. And that means Abby number 4. All great job, guys. Let's give a round of applause.
I came in first, so I got to have my pick of the dinosaur, and I picked Steggy. I have written on a dry erase board, but I don't know that I've drawn on a dry erase board, but it seems like it would be fun. Strategy-wise, nothing, but we'll make it work.
I did come in second, but I got to choose the dinosaur that I really wanted, which was this really serious guy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. He looks like a businessman. Maybe I'll give him a little briefcase, who knows, but he looks like a really tough guy. I'm excited.
I came in third, and you know, funny enough, he was my top choice because of the teeth. I'm not super familiar with dry erase, but it's fun and it's easy to erase. I think his name is like Benito or something.
So I came in fourth, and everyone left me the ugliest dinosaur, which is this guy. He's less familiar than the other dinosaurs, so it's also easier to be like, maybe that's not right. So there's just a lot of, I think, ways in which I could more greatly fail with something like this.
Challenge number 1, we got the dino dry erase. All the artists have their chosen dinosaurs, their prehistoric pals. 40 minutes on the clock. Here we go. So Caitlin, talk to me, how are you doing? We are halfway through. Talk to me about your process with these dry erase markers.
I feel good. I'm just trying to get my colors down, and then I'm going in with black right now to make everything a little bit more cartoony. And then afterwards, I want to add a little zoom into the outside.
zhuzh.
Yes, zhuzh. That's the word.
Some spectacles. So how's the color selection like?
Yeah, I'm just kind of sticking with the red and the green. I don't know if I want to use black for the darks, but I'm just gonna go for it.
Amazing. All right, we'll keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
Dani! Hi.
Talk to me about your process right now, going really big and really exciting with colors.
I feel like I should not have started with black. I feel like now it's mixing into everything. So I might have messed up there, and then I realized I feel like I'm taking this a little bit too seriously. So I gave him, you know, a little bit of coffee. But you know, he's a businessman. End of the day, he'll be alright. He'll be alright. I don't know what's gonna happen. He obviously has it all together, so I'm gonna trust in this guy and see what happens.
That's a good strategy. Trust. Also, you got like 15 minutes left, more than 15, so you have time. Abby.
Yeah, talk to me.
Talk to me. You are going crazy over here. I love it. Really big background. Walk me through it. Is this a story?
I mean, stories are what move us. In subtly stepping back, I feel like some of my competitors have gone very realistic. So I'm curious to see what it means to go a different direction.
Use what you got. I like it. You got 15 minutes left. Excited to see you keep going.
Thank you.
Hello, Lara.
Hi.
Last but not least, walk me through what you're doing.
Around this time right now, it's almost Valentine's Day, so I was like, yeah, let's go with that.
What is this Velociraptor? Is it thinking about the love of its life?
Yeah, that's the love of his life. Isn't she beautiful?
Yeah.
I like the amount of warm colors that are in this. This is great. The dry erase markers are a little tricky because you don't really know what they're gonna do.
Okay, well you have like 10 minutes left, so carry forth. I don't know. The formula of the art competition is the first challenge is called the constraint, the second is called the technical, and the third is called the masterpiece. So the constraint in this case, challenge number 1, is the dry erase markers. They're all constrained by the medium, and they have the freedom to sort of choose what they're drawing. So this is the flow and structure of the art competition. Can't wait for you guys to see the next challenges. All right, markers down, markers down. Good work, guys, good work. Looking really good.
That went okay. I feel like I can't be mad at anything. I loved what everybody came up with. You can tell that we're all a bunch of illustrators in one room, so it was really funny to look at everything. I was a little mad at myself like halfway in. I started off like really going for a more realistic approach, and then like maybe 10-15 minutes in, I'm like, I'm getting really bored. I went for the style that I usually go for, and I'm glad I went down that direction because once I saw everybody else's, I'm like, okay, I'm glad to know we were all on the same page.
I thought thought that the dry erase markers were a lot of fun. I really like that nobody made like a regular dinosaur. All of them were in the middle of doing something. I kind of wish that I'd done more with the background. I noticed that a lot of the backgrounds were really filled in and it looked very yummy. And mine, I kind of did the background stuff towards the end and then you have to like go around shit and that's annoying. I would have pushed, honestly going back, I would have pushed the cartoony aspect because I was going for an in-between and maybe it's a little awkward.
I like to think in like whole piece when I do stuff, and like I don't know if that helped or hurt in this moment because it's quite ambitious to try to fill all of that space. So I do think I could have thought about that a little bit differently. It's hard to create contrast with the color. So I was like trying to balance, and I hate using black. I refuse. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see what's next. I like doing weird stuff. I like not knowing what's coming. I think that all really fun, and whether we like it or not, we like comparing ourselves to each other. I don't know if like is the right word for that, but it is cool because now we're starting to see the deviations in everybody's style.
The challenge was so fun. I feel like I was figuring out the colors and the highlights and the darks and everything while I was trying to ideate a concept too. I feel like if I had just one color marker, I could have gone ham. But I saw all the options and I was like, I want to try them all. I feel like I'm happy with what I made, but I wish that I could have just done a little bit more. 40 minutes went by really fast, so I'm excited for the next two and what the challenges are.
Our second challenge, the technical, is the Van Gogh reinvention. The goal of this challenge is to recreate a classic Van Gogh self-portrait in 60 minutes, but we've stripped away his famous palette and the artists are only allowed to look at a completely black and white reference. It's up to them to reinvent the color scheme while maintaining that rhythmic and impressionistic styled strokes. The wildcard element in this challenge is the mediums they'll be using. We have alcohol markers, soft pastels, oil pastels, and acrylic paint markers. And to determine the selection of these mediums, we have our second minigame, the Face Scrambler. In this minigame, each artist has a sheet of paper with facial features printed in completely random, illogical positions. They have just 5 minutes to use a black marker to connect these scattered parts into one cohesive portrait. I will be ranking them first through fourth based on their creativity and final product. That will determine the order of medium selection. All right, our second minigame, the Face Scramble. 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go.
It took me back immediately to like my biggest competition in college, who was a caricature artist. So it was cool to kind of be like, all right, I know how to do this.
That whole breakdown, that was just me. Look at my hair, look at everything else. That was me. I went down a funny route, which, you know, was my downfall. I was trying to be too funny. It's whatever. But it was fun. I like that.
I don't know what I think about it. I thought I was scrambling. I did my best. I was really thrown off by the no eyebrows. I was like, should I add an eyebrow? Should I add an eyebrow? And then I ended up not adding an eyebrow.
I was very scared of my creation. It was giving Uncanny Valley. I added eyebrows at the end because I couldn't stand looking at her for a second longer. I kind of wish I made the face smaller. Big face, little head, it felt. Maybe that's why she was freaking me out.
All right, pens down, everybody, pens down. Great work. That is just awesome. Okay, guys, so I'm choosing the first through fourth here, and I was pretty clear about doing a portrait based on the reference. And so I think the closest with all of the attributes was Abby. So I'm gonna go with Abby. The hair especially, the wacky mouth, the eyes. So Abby's number one. I think number two, I'm gonna go with Caitlin. Number three, Lara. And as much as I love the beautiful illustration, Dani, it was sort of just the portrait. So I think, you know, in the parameters of this, it hurt you. Gorgeous illustration, but you will be fourth place. And it does really look like you, which is hilarious. Good work, guys, good work, good work.
So I did come in first, so that meant I got to choose. I really like chalk pastels personally because they really sit on top of the page. Check out these colors. Why would I not want these? I'm very excited.
These, I believe, are oil pastels, and I believe they are because I've never used them before. And I feel like it'd be really cool to step out of my element and try something new. Plan is no plan. Exactly, yes.
I came in third. I chose these because the acrylic markers are just so bold and that scared me. You know, this might have been a bad idea because I'm actually a horribly indecisive person, so I might throw up from anxiety. Hopefully it goes well.
I came in fourth. It's fine. I actually haven't used these in a while, so I'm curious as to how it's gonna go. The only thing I'm a little worried about is trying to get the strokes right. Maybe I'll do amazing. Maybe it'll come out like shit. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right.
Challenge number 2, the Van Gogh reinvention. Artists have a black and white reference photo of a Van Gogh self-portrait. They have different mediums. They have to reinvent the color, draw the portrait while maintaining the rhythmic, wonderful strokes of Van Gogh. 60 minutes on the clock. I'm very excited. Here we go. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Can you tell me about your first experience with the oil pastel? I know this is your first time using it. How are they treating you? Not much blending going on yet. Maybe that's something you're planning in the future, but...
Well, I did not even consider blending it. I was just gonna put it on the paper. Also, I'm like, they're all very flat, so getting in details, I was like, that's kind of difficult. So I'm trying to just go big and then hone in on the, when you say 15 minutes left.
I love it. Good work. Hello, Dani.
Hey.
Can you talk to me about your process so far? You look pretty developed. You got the portrait really nailed down and solidified. How are the acrylic markers treating you?
I'm glad you think it's doing okay. So
You disagree?
I don't think I'm doing horribly. I think it's just a little annoying to work this big with this thing. So how I used them in the past was I would draw them, I would use them in a really small scale. So doing it this way, I'm just like, I can't cover a big area all at once.
I like the big. I think you can see the individual brush strokes more, so I understand how it maybe is a little cumbersome to fill the whole page, but maybe it will be worth it, especially trying to get those juicy strokes in. Abby,
Hi.
can you talk to me about what you've done so far?
I mean, cover as much ground as possible, layer as much as I can. His style had this fluidity, so I feel like I should be moving my body in a really quick, fluid way as well.
Awesome. I mean, it's super fluid. That's like the exact word. I don't think I've seen much of blending. Is that part of your repertoire? Like, are you going in with your finger and smudging at all?
No, I personally feel like that really muddies stuff, and the oils of our hands start to mean that we can't make changes and stuff.
All right. Well, you're the boss. You're in charge. Hello, Lara.
Hi.
Walk me through what you're doing right now and how you're feeling about it.
I am very unfamiliar with these pens, and I kind of rely on layering, so it's stressing me out a little bit because I try to experiment with something and I'm like, oh, oh shit, oh, I don't think that's what it's supposed to do because I don't know. But besides that, I like the brushy part. Just discovered that, very exciting. I feel like I made him look really sad, but he's a sad dude, so like accurate.
He's a sad boy.
He's a sad boy. Sad boy, so dramatic.
Well, you have a solid amount of time left.
I think I'm gonna add some blood somewhere.
Blood. Could have guessed that these color choices were going to be really awesome, but it's just always so fun to see what the artists decide to do in this technical challenge. And that's the joy of making art, experimenting with color and technique. I do think learning tried and true methods and approaches to fine art is actually really important. And learning from experienced artists is always the best path to finding your own style and getting excited. And Skillshare is the perfect platform to do exactly that. It's where humans come to learn from other humans. Skillshare is the best place to learn a creative skill or pick up a new hobby. If you're looking to reconnect with your creativity and maybe avoid a bit of that brain rot, they have thousands of classes from foundational watercolor to advanced oil painting taught by pros who actually do it for a living. I personally have been really enjoying Priya's Watercolor 101 class. Watercolor is so challenging, but it's so fun. I'm trying to freshen up on my own skills, but also come up with new challenge ideas for these episodes. Another great class I'd recommend is Unlocking Color Theory with Will Ellingston, and I think it's a vital baseline for all artists to understand color theory. So the first 500 people to click the link in the description or scan this QR code will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Now back to the challenge. 2, 1. All right, guys, utensils down, utensils down. Good job, guys. A little round of applause. Good job, good work. Woo, woo.
I fear that I have a problem with like too much, like I feel there's too much white in my piece. There was too much white space because I didn't know how to utilize the brush part of the pen to my advantage to cover up more of the white space, like made it more like dense. So I'm looking at these other pieces and they're so dense, like I want to eat them and I don't want to eat mine. I'm gonna be hungry.
So I had like a vision of just contrasting like really soft peachy tones against like this really harsh blue. So I really had that off the top of my head that I really wanted to tackle. I think I did all right with the colors. It was just really annoying to cover up a huge big space with those acrylic markers. Once it all came together, did it work? Did it not work? I don't know. It's up to whoever watches this.
I mean, it went fine. I did what I planned to do. The layering was cool. I haven't been asked to do something that had so much color on top of color. The chalk pastels kept crumbling as I was going, and I'm not sure if it's like something about the binder and the chalk or if it was like the violence with which I was attacking the canvas.
I had a lot of fun. I usually am using one color all the time with one pen, and so I was like switching back and forth, and I just switched the color of the sky and the face for no apparent reason. I don't know why I did it, but I was like, oh, what if I did it? And I think I maybe went a little bit too crazy, but I never go crazy, so that's a win for me.
Our final challenge, the masterpiece, is the Gowned Warrior. These artists have 90 minutes to capture a complex scene featuring a live model. This is a pure test of draftsmanship, control of lighting, style, composition. There are no tricks here. There's no mini games, no restrictions. Each artist has the freedom to create whatever they want with whatever material they want. It's their last chance to show you what they can do.
I am really excited to tackle this last big thing. I think I'm gonna go down the route for oil pastels. I kind of have an idea of like how to make it work for myself, but who knows what's gonna happen in this last hour, so we will see.
Yeah, for the last piece, I'm actually gonna do something I haven't done in a long time. I'm gonna do it in charcoal, which I haven't done since college, which I did the math. I think it's been 17 years actually. But I'm gonna come back with those chalk pastels and pop and make the green story like really important. So I have no idea what this is actually gonna look like because it's been a long time.
For the final challenge, I am trying to use charcoal because I typically draw in black and white, but like all of the other challenges, I kind of wanted to do something that I hadn't done before. So I'm semi-familiar with charcoal, but not really familiar with it at all at the same time. We shall see how that goes.
I usually go for like watercolor and acrylic and colored pencils and sometimes chalk and then like a little bit of pen on top. And sometimes it's a pretty baby and sometimes it's an ugly baby.
So this is our final challenge, guys, the masterpiece. We have our awesome model here, Lauren, who is a regular, who models here at Studio SLEW all the time. We're super lucky. This beautiful, complex scene, the Gowned Warrior. We're doing 4 20-minute individual sequences, and the artist can work in between the breaks that Lauren get. First 20-minute sequence starts now. Painting and drawing from life, it really makes you understand form very deeply, you know, the three-dimensionality on a different level, and it sort of gets internalized differently than looking at a piece of paper. You know, there's nothing wrong drawing from a reference image, but it's inherently flat. The challenge of looking at a model or an object in space, in front of you, in reality, you have to sort of translate that three-dimensionality with all the light and the atmosphere and create the illusion on a flat piece of paper. And that's what we do as artists, and that's the magic of creating art, especially naturalistic art or portraiture or things like that when you are referring to something. So it's really exciting, and that's why we love it, and that's why we save it for the end so the artists have the most amount of time to make their masterpiece. So talk to me, you're about 50 minutes in, you're using charcoal,
Yes.
maybe something you never use. How is it going?
It's going okay. I feel like I'm getting things in where they belong, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I've used charcoal a few times, but not regularly, so this is very fun for me.
I see the point you're at now, there's not much value in. Is that something you're planning on doing, like really blending in the charcoal, getting a lot of values in, something, again, very different than your pen and ink stuff?
Right now, I'm trying to get all the body parts in, and then I think in the last 15 minutes, I'll go do the dark stuff, and then the stuff, and then see what it looks like.
Awesome. So it's basically just like solidifying all the big shapes, the framework, the structure of everything, and then in the last, put in where the darks and lights need to be.
Yes.
About 45, 50 minutes left. So you have quite a bit of time left. So take your time, keep on keeping on.
Thank you.
Hey, hey, hey. Looking really good over here. Pretty well developed, I'd say, for the first 40 minutes. Can you talk to me about how it's going?
Thank you. You're making me feel better about it. It's going okay. I went for a little bit of a more natural approach with the face, something that I usually stay away from just because I sense that I overthink it a lot. But I'm trying to step away and stick with this whole kind of more green palette. I want to see if I can pull from some of the greens. I'm just going through it, y'all. I'm just going through it.
Let me just ask you this real quick. Do you think you would ever be super happy with your work? It's very classic artist syndrome to be their own worst critics.
Am I being so negative?
A little, I mean, to be honest, we got it on camera.
At the end of the day, I don't think I did a bad job. I think I just come into things with a certain image in mind, and I feel like at some point you just have to let it go and just kind of go with the flow, see what actually ends up working with you, because you never know when a material kind of shifts or works against you. So you kind of just have to work with what you have and try to improvise in a way that'll make you happy in the end. I promise, I'm okay.
No,
I promise.
That was well said, Dani. Abby,
Yeah.
how art thou? Going with a very more zoomed in portrait approach. Can you talk to me about the compositional choices you're making?
I don't know, I just think faces are so interesting. I tried to include more context than I have the last few times I've been here drawing. And it's cool to like sink her into the environment a little bit, but still my favorite and most rendered thing is gonna be the face.
I see your hands. They're not as dirty as when you use the pastels. You're not smudging much at all. Talk to me about sort of getting values with this specific medium, with charcoal and all the things you're using.
Yeah, I've never been a smudger just because it anchors it to the page, which is the opposite of what you want. You want the ability to pull it up. I'm finding this paper is a little more like it's clinging to the material more than I wanted, so there's like a texture that I didn't expect. So I'm responding to that by trying to like let her be a little bit more shadow toned and just forgetting the background at this point. So I can just pop the highlights and hopefully that the texture of where the initial wash sunk in doesn't distract from the shadows and the highlights on her face.
Well, I think you have a really good likeness, and I love to see the variety of everyone. Hi.
Hey.
Talk to me about the style and the composition of all the background elements and sort of really, you know, incorporating the figure cohesively into the background with all the wet media.
No, definitely. Yes, wet mediums. Love those. They're very unpredictable, very pretty. If you fuck up, like, too bad.
True.
Which I, whatever reason, enjoy because I always fuck up. And you know what? Too bad. Make it work.
Indeed.
Make it look good.
You have about 30 minutes left. Can you walk me through maybe the plan moving forward?
I have never had a plan in my life.
I love it.
There is no plan here. There never has been a plan. I just throw up and see if it looks good.
Well, there you got it. You heard it here first. The honesty, that's what we want. Really cool, really awesome. Excited to see it come even more to life. Guys, we need help coming up with new challenges. So drop them in the comments what you think. If you have ideas for fun challenges using different materials, things to draw, things to paint, we'd love to hear it. All right, guys, everything down. Let's give Lauren a round of applause. And all of you, a round of applause. You survived. You made it.
It was long, but it was really fun. I feel like I tackled this one just trying to draw everything, and I feel like I didn't get the contrast that I wanted out of it. Everything felt a little bit flat to me, and I found myself scrambling at the end to kind of get certain darks in and certain shadows in, and then by the time I got to shading it, I was just a little like, everything's white, so I don't know.
I went in a little nervous, a little intimidated, because over the course of the day, I've come to realize that I'm surrounded by stupid, talented people. I have a habit of when I make figures from life, they all kind of look the same. Along the way, like the only thing that's really changing is the hair. To be completely honest, like most artists, I'm never happy with anything that I make, but sometimes if I let it sit for like 2 to 3 weeks, I'll go back to it and be like, Lara! Sometimes.
I was a little nervous in the beginning just because the way I like to approach oil pastels is very specific. In the beginning, I was like, this is looking okay. And then maybe 5 minutes in, I'm like, ugh, I'm not quite liking how it's going. The highlights aren't quite where I want it to be. So I decided to go for like a more softer look in the face. After looking back and like, you know what? I think I ate a little bit. I don't think I left any crumbs. I think I did okay.
I forgot how exhausting such long, intensive focus. As far as like the composition goes, I think I was trying to include more of the figure, but I just love faces, and I should have fucking zoomed in all the way. That's what I should have done. I think I don't understand why my artwork always looks like an exaggerated version of people. I think that's something that I've always fought, but there's a lot about it I'm really proud of.
Everyone survived. Everyone thrived. I love seeing all the work created today. Hopefully you appreciated these artists, being vulnerable, taking the stand under the spotlight, making some awesome art for you guys. Remember to check out all of these artists. They're all awesome. Check them out on Instagram, say what's up, and there's nothing left to do but to review all of the amazing artwork that was made today.
I love artists. I love them. They're so wonderful. I love being surrounded by them. I love talking to them. I love seeing other people's styles. I like seeing what other people make. It's very inspiring. I feel inspired. I especially love women artists. So that was very sick, and I very much enjoyed that. I would like to practice my technicality more. I think that was the biggest challenge, being like, Lara, it's not gonna be perfect. You don't know everything, but you could start learning to learn everything.
I think usually I am creating art by myself, like in my room or just alone, and doing it around other people. There was kind of a pressure of some sort. Also, I exist on social media, but it's very curated and edited. And I felt like I was like, okay, like all of my mistakes out there. But at the same time, it was really cool because everyone was so nice. Yeah, also trying new mediums that I never tried before. I feel like all of the challenges were all very positive challenges. It was a really awesome learning experience, more than a competition for me at least.
I'm fried. I'm cooked. Like I'm so tired, but I had such a fun and exciting day. I thought all the challenges were really funny, humorous, but the challenges were really exciting. Everybody here was really nice and friendly and fun. We had a lot of good laughs. And yeah, it was always nice to see whatever they came up with. I tried to maybe not peek too much whenever I moved my head, just to kind of keep whatever they created as a surprise. I noticed that we're all illustrators, so it was nice to see what kind of fun new approach we took to whatever challenge. So it was really fun overall. I had a great time. I'm extremely tired, but I feel great. Yeah.
I think it's so cool to do completely different things back to back, because it's like the things that it's waking up and calling are all so different that I do think that I was more prepared by that last one to kind of think differently than I normally approach it. I think it was helpful to stretch in that way. I think you're doing incredible work, and I'm really glad I found this studio, and I am really flattered you invited me to be a part of this. And I'm really glad that I did it.
Let's do another round of applause, guys. Good work. Good work.
Wow. And green is one of my favorite colors, so this just kind of worked out. Wow. Freaking beautiful. I can't wait to show my mom. What?